YouTube, it's your girl Frenchi, your girl next door. Today I'm making sure my neighbors. Hi neighbors, how y'all doing today? I am doing a content video today, so I hope you guys are excited for it. By the title, I'm sure you know what it's about. I took a whole bunch of screenshots from the video, so I hope you guys are prepared. I bust out the ring light and everything for this video, you guys, so please if you like what you see here today, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you decide that you want. So basically I did a video called I paid $217 rent for a 2-bedroom and a 2-bathroom apartment and why I moved out. And this was considered a low-income apartment. I had to clarify more than one time that a low-income apartment and an apartment based on income is two different kinds of things. If it's an apartment based on income, it's completely different than an apartment that is low income. I don't believe apartments based on income have inspections, have meetings you have to go to, you have to see a social or a caseworker, and I don't think anyone stays there that has Section 8. They might, I'm not positive on that, but during this video, I got a lot of, I guess, mixed reviews. There was some confusion, there was some questions. I did this video February 28, 2016, and this is my highest watched video. This video has 76,411 views, so I'm a little proud of myself. I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back, you know what I'm saying, child? But anyway, there is so many things about this video that I'm confused about in the comment section, and I'm sure you guys are confused about when you're watching it. Have you guys ever been on YouTube and watched a video in someone's playlist? The thing about playlists is when you get to the end of like video A, video B just automatically starts playing. Unlike when you're just watching a video and it has auto start for the next video to play, whichever YouTube wants you to look at, the playlist has things that you chose to be in there or someone else chose to be in this playlist. In the past, I have watched a playlist and I would open up the comment box to comment towards the end of the video. And then while I'm still typing my comment, the playlist has already started another video while I'm in the middle of my comment. So if I click enter or click go or submit, then that particular comment goes under the wrong video. And I'm not sure if that's what's happening here because there is so many mixed comments under that video, and I just want to clarify a lot of things about low-income apartments. A lot of people have asked me a lot of questions on there from like months, years ago, that I just kind of want to update you guys on any information you all wanted to know about my experience with the low-income apartment. Okay, so the main thing I want to clear up is that I am a mother of one. My son is 8. And that is the only child that I birthed out of my womb. I did get married a few years after moving out of the low-income apartment. I was not married then. I was living there with a 2-year-old. He was 1 there and turned 2 there at that apartment. But I only have 1 son. 1. The comment that I got the most was, and I'm a little embarrassed to say, you guys say some mean things. The first comment is, if you can't support yourself or the money you make is not enough to pay rent, why are you having so many kids? Get it. Birth control. Pills, go back to school. I only have 1 son. I don't understand. Stop pumping out babies. Probably not married. Let the taxpayers pay for your baby pumping. Did no one ever tell this girl that children born outside the sanctity of marriage are cursed by God? Also, so are the adulterers. Take a look for yourself. Thanks so much. So if I heard this correctly, she already had 1 baby she couldn't take care of. She got pregnant again, not with the father of the baby number 2, having to live in low-income housing. Is this not crazy? Again, I can't. Did you have those nice nails and cool weave then? And no, you are not self-sufficient while collecting disability. Okay, so I'm just going to stop right there at that. That's enough. There's tons more. Take a look and check out the video for yourself. I will put the card in the top right-hand corner of the screen right here. And you can watch the video or just look at the comments and get you a little kiki for yourself, honey. Anyway, we're not going to pay those ignorant people no mind because obviously I did not say in the video that I had more than 1 kid. Like, I would never have said that. So, to clarify again, I only have one child. The second thing that I wanted to clarify is the disability. I am self-sufficient. Okay? Before the low-income apartment, I lived in a regular market rate rent apartment. 2 market rate rent apartments before I was even approved to move into the low-income apartment. And after I began to receive disability, I was deemed not eligible to pay low rent anymore. Therefore, I had to immediately move out or choose to pay the market rate rent on that apartment, which was about $600 or $700 more than what I was already paying there. I looked around and I found an apartment cheaper and bigger than that apartment was. I have always paid my rent and all my bills without having disability. But I was approved for disability. That does not make me not self-sufficient. I just think people take pride in saying insulting things. I don't know. I don't get it. But that, all the negativity aside, I did want to get down to the nitty-gritty of the questions that you guys had, and I want to answer. This comment was left 4 days ago. Hey, what's up? I used to stay in North Carolina and I had to go back to Texas, and I want to come back to North Carolina, but I get disability and I'm needing a government or low rent income apartment. I was just wondering if you might have a phone number so I can call and talk with you. Thank you very much if you can hook me up. This was really not a question. This person just really loved my phone number. If you're serious, I will comment or reply to you my email, and then we can communicate that. This is not really a question, but it says, it appears that one must give up some of their personal rights of privacy and freedoms in exchange for low-income housing. This is similar to when you become employed at a company and are also forced to give up many rights in order to earn a living. This is both humiliating and degrading and feels like manipulation. Yes, when you stay in a low-income apartment, the process you have to go through is very difficult because they really want to make sure that you need it. I mean, it has to be an absolute need. Never mind the fact that people who work there, family members, stay there. You know what I'm saying? But truth be told, it is for the better good, and it is for the betterment of young mothers, and especially young mothers with kids who are working harder or in school. So I do understand the point of why they kind of go so hard when it comes to the requirements. But at the same time, it's just like when you're employed for a company and they make you sign something saying you can't do A, B, C, and D. Like the other day, I was watching a person doing some commentary on the Marvel actors and what all they have to go through. And you guys, they have to go through similar things. Like, for example, all background checks are performed on all actors. So when Offset, they must behave like a hero. Like Thor doesn't have to act like Thor, but he has to still maintain a positive light in the community. And they do things like volunteer at children's hospitals. They do charity work. They give back. But they can't have any negative publicity, and they must do those things in order to stay working for like Marvel or Disney. And they can't cross-contaminate movies. Like one actor can't get a role for like a DC Universe movie. It's only Marvel or only Disney. You know what I mean? So like that's something that's really strict. Like when it comes to a job that forces you to give up your rights, like you have to drop and be on call basically. If Pepsi or Coke needs the actor for a commercial, they have to stop whatever they're doing and just go. Like they can't say no, and they sign their life away when they sign those contracts. So that's kind of like what it is with the low-income apartment. I won't say it's as strict, but you are supposed to be to the meetings every third Thursday of the month, and you do have to see your caseworker once a month and show them your pay stubs. I mean, you have to, or else you don't, you know. And if you fall below 30 hours, you're going to be asked to move. Like, it's just that simple. They'll sometimes work with you depending on, you know, what's been going on. But yeah, you got to provide those pay stubs regularly. This person says, you have to show a lot of documentation. Too nosy and intrusive for me. If I made any money on the side, that would get me thrown out. Too many rules as you described, so I left. Everything you pointed out is what I went through. Don't even get me started on the pet deposits and paying pet rent. Big brother under the guise of low-income housing, not for me. And I completely agree. It's exactly what I said in that video. It's crazy. You are a grown woman and you can't have any overnight company, and they can't come in my house every 6 weeks. That is like you live in a communist country. I can't describe it any better. Like, you can't. You have to follow these rules or else. I have another question that says, what about low income senior housing? Do they treat seniors the same way? And thanks for that video. You're so sweet. Have a wonderful new year. I have an aunt who passed away last year, God rest her soul, but she stayed in a low income senior community, and I do believe that they did do inspections, but because you're a senior, you can't probably work 30 hours a week. You do probably get, well, seniors who are still living right now probably still get some kind of disability checks or retirement checks or things like that. You have to make in between. You can't make too much and you can't make too little to stay in the senior low income housing. You have to be like in the middle. You have to be getting Medicaid or something like that. And if you are receiving like a personal assistant nurse, not like, you know, based on however many visits your insurance allows you to get, then I think you are eligible for it. I think with the seniors, they only really want you to have your place clean. But I don't think you can let your grandkids be staying too long or nothing like that. Like, your grandkids obviously can stay, family members can obviously stay, but once they get arrested, they're moving in, they will put you out as well. I'm not too familiar on like the senior low income living process, but if anyone knows who watches this video, please feel free to comment her and answer to her below. Like she said, she wants to know what the deal with the low income housing for seniors. I know they have rules, but I don't think they're as strict. I do want to add that some seniors did live in the community that I stayed in those apartments. Not a lot, but a few, maybe like a little handful, maybe like 3 to 5 stayed there, and they went through the same things that I went through. It is a possibility that you still have to go through something similar, but it's not the exact same. So basically what you're saying is, to be eligible for this program, you need to be knocked up by a thug, have a baby out of wedlock, and don't work at all or work a minimal paying job. I just sometimes wonder who's more ignorant, the person that they're trying to insult or the insultee. And if you want to see the story about how they walked into my apartment while I was in bed asleep with no bottoms on, that's in that video. And a lot of these questions are also about my disability and city and state. Charlotte, North Carolina is the city and state of these apartments, and I have sickle cell anemia disease. You have to look it up on Google, or you can watch one of many of my sickle cell related videos to find out how sickle cell affects me, which causes it to be a disability for me, and many others. I won't go into detail about it in this video because it's talk about it so much. It's in any video you click outside of this one. I promise you, you'll know what sickle cell is by the time you leave this channel. Just subscribe. A lot of people are comparing it to like jail or being under a microscope in the comments, and I will say I constantly looked over my shoulder. I constantly looked out for that person in the little golf cart riding around. I constantly listened in the hallway just to see if it was something somebody was going to say or do. I was outside one time walking in my car and going to check my mail, and one of the girl's brothers was out in the middle of the hallway, of course, drinking something out of a can in a brown paper bag. We're not going to say what it was because I can't tell you what it was. I don't even know if it was. It could have been Arizona tea. Who knows? But I did hear the lady who worked at the apartments say something to him about him not being able to be outside in the hallway. So I always look out for things like that because I know they was always watching me because I was always watching them. And the last question I'm going to answer is, are you a biological female? Well, I pushed a baby out, so I guess that would make me a biological female. Any more questions about low income or disability, I'll be happy to answer for you guys. I had to keep this video short and sweet because I can only upload 15 minutes, but I would love it if you came back to my channel and checked out any one of my other weekly vlogs or videos. I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.